But I want to talk about Fast and the Furious as a franchise for a second because the new trailer just came out for this. But also they're talking about Fast 11 on top of this already, which I'm just like, can we stop now? Well, they're saying we can stop. I mean, I still will watch every one of these. I still watch them. I'm waiting for them to put capes and cowls on and fly through the air as superheroes. Hasn't happened yet, but maybe in 11. Maybe in 11. That's all we got to do. Then they can end the franchise. But 11 is supposed to be the end, everybody. They're saying that 11's it. This is actually 11 will be a companion piece to 10. So they're going to flow together and be like a part 1, part 2. And the director who came on, Louis Leterrier, he's coming on, taking over for the original franchise director who left because they had a lot of conflicts apparently. And apparently like him and Vin Diesel were having issues. And so he left the product and then they brought him in. Now he's signed on for the 11th one because it worked out so well for the ending the 10th, which makes sense. If it's working, why would you do it? Justin Lin just wasn't working out. They were having too many creative problems and they were supposed to do 10 and 11 back to back. And how do you do that when you're having problems? You really can't. But this director too, he did the Transporter series, he did Clash of the Titans, Now You See Me. And this is going to be like, it's a big thing for him, I still think. Those are big movies, but still big. I mean, the Fast and Furious franchise has made $6 billion worldwide as a franchise. So, I mean, like, it's nothing to laugh at. It's one of Universal's biggest products. So, good for Vin Diesel, good for Groot. I am money.
It's one of Universal's biggest products, and yet they made the shittiest ride for it.
I know.
So bad.
I know.
Justice for Fast and Furious. They need a better fucking ride. Fast and Furious Supercharged is the shittiest ride I've ever been on.
I agree.
It's fine as part of the studio tour, I guess. It's still kind of like, what the fuck is this? But to make it its own individual attraction in Orlando, why?
No point. No, make it cool. Make it like you're racing in a race car somewhere or something. You know what I mean? But yeah, roller coaster makes more sense. Like there's two cars and you race each other through the whole thing. Like one speeds up, one, you know. Maybe it changes who wins each time. That'd be fun. You know, you have no idea which one's gonna win, and you just choose and the ride's different.
Brian.
I'm just saying. I've got ideas, everybody. I've got ideas.
I believe it.
Lexi's saying that they let Vin like micromanage too much, which he does. He does. It's his baby. It really is.
Come on.
I mean,
to do anything else. Like
he's making so much money off.
Hand over fist, man, for pretty much turning like these car robbers into
talking about family.
Yeah, talking about family. You turn these car robbers into technological wizards, spaceship flying cars. Like, good Lord. Like, after you killed all those Brazilians in Fast 5, I got off. I was like, no more deaths. I don't agree with it.
You haven't watched anymore?
Too many Brazilians. So I was like, nope, I'm done.
You called it a day, huh?
I called it a day. I think I haven't seen Fast 9 or 10. I did see like part
10,
of
10 isn't out yet. 10 is just about
10 comes out in May.
Well, that's why I think it still won't be out because I'll never see it. But hopefully we'll see. I don't know. Maybe I'll check it out. I got the Peacock. Maybe it'll show up on there. I don't know. We'll see. It
might show up on the cock. You never know.
It might show up on the cock.
It probably will. It probably will. You know. But I'm not. So, I mean, okay. I'm still gonna go see it 10. I'm still gonna see. I saw 9 when they went into space. I was like, we're really in space in like a Tercel, like a Toyota Tercel or something. I don't know what it was. It was something like. It was
like now put a Tercel in space.
So far, 9 was like the one movie I was like, this is.
If anything, you put a Toyota Paseo into space first before you put a Tercel, okay?
I don't think it was actually a Tercel. I think it was like in a Accord or something. But it was something like, it was something weird. I was like, you put this into space, like you put Ludacris in this shit and shooting it up. You know?
That's how you do it. Put Luda in there. That's it. Oh my God.
But everybody keeps coming back. Like Charlize Theron in this trailer for this new one. Charlize Theron is like, kicking some ass. Like she doesn't care. She's like collecting that paycheck, you know?
Exactly. She's out to work. She's a pro.
Pontiac Fiero. They sent him to space.
It was a Pontiac Fiero. Of course it was. It was a Pontiac Fiero with a kit. And they're like, we're going to make this look like a Mitsubishi. And you're like, that is a Fiero. We all know it. That thing revs high at 12 miles an hour. So get out of here with that.
Send that baby on a rocket ship.
Everyone knows that the best Fast and the Furious movie is number 4, Tokyo Drift.
Tokyo Drift is
That's
fun.
the best one.
That was number 3? No, the best one, part 2. That was fun.
Part 2. I wasn't a big fan of 2.
Too fast.
I like 2.
Too furious.
I think 5. Yeah, that was a good song. Yeah, it was good. It was really good.
Lita's height.
Rachel, what do you think about this trailer, this new trailer? Do you think it helps sell it at all? Like Jason Momoa's whole blowing up the Vatican thing? Or are you like, please, guys, like this is not
I am the
selling your cake?
wrong person to ask. I will watch every Fast and the Furious movie forever. And that's it. I already bought our tickets for Fast 10. We're gonna go see it in D-Box, so it's gonna wiggle around and have like lights and shit. Like that's
Nice.
the only movie that's worth seeing in the D-Box is Fast and Furious. Like you got the car movements and stuff. Like it's so much fun.
I agree with you. That makes the most sense to see it that way.
Night in the D-Box because that's the kind of people we are.
That's awesome.
It might also be a Stockholm syndrome situation with us in Fast and Furious. We might just be too committed at this point.
Yeah, I mean that's the thing. If you watch it this long, like how do you stop? You know, how do you give into it?
I think it's stupid to end it on number 11 though. Either end it at 10 or 12, and 11 an uneven number. What the fuck are you doing?
Because the adventure
weird
can continue.
and awkward.
Well, that way Vin Diesel can bring it back in like 22 years and, pay himself.
You remember, too. Remember, they didn't kill Paul Walker's character. He's still alive in that universe.
Yeah, of course. Which is just insane.
He's coming back. You know that. He's totally coming back. Vin Diesel said that we have to end his story somehow in an interview recently. And apparently,
during 7.
This
when
is
he actually died.
When he drove away into the sunset. It's done, you know? He's just done. Well, then maybe they should have had him do a car crash. Easy enough, you know?
That is going to be so confusing for future generations because the end of 7 is like a in memoriam sort of situation, but not really. So they're like, why are we doing this?
Exactly. That was emotional. I'll have you that. That was an emotional moment. I was like,
it was so sad.
For all of us who were in the moment. But in 10, 20 years, no one's going to know what the fuck is going on in that moment.
It's like, why is this happening? You're like, why did this slow down? And you're like, who cares? And you're like, oh. And you're like,
and I see you again. But
exactly.
Yeah, they said they're gonna give him an ending apparently, and they want to give Paul Walker an ending. The family needs it. I mean, I feel like we've ended it every movie. You know what's gonna end with a barbecue, like it always does. You know, they're gonna raise a beer.
Everyone drinking Corona.
I just don't know how they're still having these barbecues in LA. I'm like, bro,
friend of the show, Corona.
Royal Heights, chilling, and I'm like, you don't have that house. What's going on here? I'm like, what's
the beer, not the virus.
Yes. yeah. Very true. Fuck the virus. But yeah, I just don't like. Honestly, I'm just like, it's not. They say it's gonna end, but okay. Do we think it's actually gonna be done in 11? Is it gonna be done?
Probably not.
No, the series never gonna end. Vin Diesel is gonna keep milking that cash cow until people stop going. 10 and 11 are gonna make record box office numbers, and they're gonna keep making them.
Oh yeah, like why would they stop?
They're gonna. You know what they need to do is they need to do more Hobbs and Shaw movies. They promised us a second Hobbs and Shaw movie, and they never fucking came out with it.
Well, they're not because The Rock is he's worse than Vin Diesel because he's like, I gotta control this thing, and you're like,
well, The Rock and Vin Diesel like butt heads really bad. They don't get along, so I think that's maybe why we're not gonna get a Hobbs and Shaw.
Well, all you gotta do is just watch the honest trailer for Fast 5, and you're just like, of course not. The Rock is a far more charismatic character where you're like, oh, you can do this, and you're like. Vin Diesel's like, I'm pretending to be this guy. And you're like, oh, you guys are the same person. All right.
It's true. People would way rather watch The Rock for 10 movies than watch Vin Diesel.
100% true. Like, nobody wants, I mean, honestly, at the end of the day, like, The Rock is The Rock. He's still always going to be The Rock, you know? He's the most electrifying man alive. You know what I mean? The people's champ. One day, the people's president.
The Fast movies have more bald guys than any other film series. They just collect bald guys.
They collect the bald guys.
I did laugh how like John.
Get him in.
I know. I'm like, that sounds derogatory, but in a good way for some reason. I'm like, that seems right. It just seems right.
I do love how John Cena is like comedic in this. Did you see that John Cena is cracking jokes in this? He was very serious in the last one.
Oh man. Well, he should, dude. After Peacemaker.
Yeah. He's like grabbing onto that. You know, like he's like, this is my niche now. I'm gonna run my whitey tighties around the world and like make some money. You know,
Pretty
but
much.
he was great in Peacemaker. But it seemed like
Peacemaker.
they had like the
Fire.
tank car. I'm like, you guys have you have like tank, like you have like I don't know what's happening, like bombs on the side of this car. And then they're driving down that dam and it's all exploding behind them. I'm like, this is why people go to see it though, because of the big
Hoover
explosions.
Dam. It's not just any dam. It's fucking
It's the
Hoover
Hoover
Dam.
Dam.
You're right. It was Hoover Dam. You're right. It was Hoover Dam. You're 100% right.
Oh my gosh.
I'm from Las Vegas. I can spot the Hoover Dam.
Oh my gosh. This is right. We're on 10, 20 years later. Dear Lord.
Yeah, right.
Right.
Oh.
It's just
Right, you could
going.
not have told me when I saw the first Fast and the Furious movie that movie would have 10 sequels.
Oh no.
And,
I thought that was done.
still like a cultural icon.
It's the same thing. We all went to see it. I saw it with my friends, and I was like, "This movie is by far one of the most mediocre movies I have seen in my life." And then I'm like, "Wait, it's doing well.
Sure
Okay,
is a movie.
part 2."
One is
Yeah.
pretty weak. 1 and 9 are the weakest of the series.
Yeah,
And 7's a bit weird because he died.
right.
So
That
you
one.
get like
That
a
one's
bobblehead on his brother with the CD.
Yeah,
But George
that
Lucas
was
not wanting to go
weird.
back and fix it.
I mean, I love the respect. I respect it because I was like, "Hey, your brother's gonna do it and stand in." I'm like, "All right, that's cool." To finish it up, I'm like, "That." I think it's weird, but it's also cool at that time. But then after that, you just like leave his character alone.
Right.
Just see you again. Take him out. Don't have that there.
Hey, you know what? It's all about family. So,
It's all about
of
family.
course,
All
his
about
brother was there.
family.
Here's
It's
to
all about
family,
family
you know.
profits.
I'm
I
also
reloading
heard-
one
I heard
moment.
that I heard that his brother was actually on set for Fast 10. So that's a whole thing.
Oh,
I
that
think
sounded
Paul
good,
Walker's
too.
in 10, and I think he's going to be in 11 too. I
Good
think
Lord.
that's happening. I mean, you got Jason Momoa. I don't know what happened to Jason Momoa, though. I love me some Jason Momoa, but I did not
I like
love him in
Jason
this
Momoa.
trailer.
He's so hit and miss.
I
Jason
didn't
love him
Momoa
in
this
is
trailer.
So hit and miss. He was so fucking good in Game of Thrones.
Yeah.
Oh, no,
So
he's excellent.
good.
Oh,
Excellent.
awesome.
Prime.
And then
Right.
like he's so hit and miss and everything else. It's really
No,
just a crash.
he was cool for the limited time he was in Dune. I was like, cool, Jason Momoa. Okay, you're getting it. You're
Yeah.
bringing it
watched
here. I'm like, I'm on board. Dune, and then Aquaman. He sold Aquaman. Like, who else is gonna pull on an
I
orange
am not
suit?
a nerd, so I didn't watch Dune.